lovelies, I'm Timid and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. In today's video I'm going to be renovating a woodland mansion that I took over a couple of weeks ago, and the aim of this video is to just show you how I kind of texture things, how I make furniture and interiors with existing blocks and the 1.20 blocks. So in the first part of the video, just for a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how I'm going to be building just some of the things that you'll see lots throughout the video. If you want to skip ahead, that's absolutely fine. I'll put a timestamp in here when editing. Feel free to take as many screenshots as you like, but if you don't want to clutter your camera roll, I will be posting everything on my Instagram linked below. So I'm about to start kind of griefing everything, which makes me feel very good. I'm just going to get rid of all of the existing furniture in every room. In here I'm going to add in a storage kind of space and then add in some carpet. I've changed the direction of the floors quite a bit, and this is going to be the main kind of storage section, I guess. Adding in some signs and dye. I quite like it, it's kind of cute. In here is going to be just a kind of bog standard enchanting area, so putting all of my books in random places, which I think it's quite cute having it asymmetrical. I put in plants and lanterns kind of everywhere, really. It just looks a bit cute. So in here I'm going to add loads of moss because this bit actually leads to outside. I've made like a little back door sort of area. So I'm going to have maybe a couple of axolotls in here, just, you know, vibing. So I'm going to start by placing loads of moss, and then I'm going to cover the walls and the floors and then add in a little bit of depth, I think. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet, apart from like bone mealing. I'm going to add in a bunch of the 1.17 blocks, I think it's 17 or 18, I don't remember how the updates went. Got the floor done, got the walls done. So I added things. I've added in some glowberries which I bone mealed to also create a light source, and I've put some string under them so they keep at different heights, just adding a little bit more depth. I've put in the spore blossom and the door to outside. You can see how I've kind of layered the floor, putting in my axolotl. I love this. And then I'm adding in some kind of walls, cobblestone walls, lilies as stepping stones. I started a raid, I did bad. Come on, please get in the boat. I need a villager. Thank you. I got one! Ooh, don't try and swim in F5. Oh god. Why are you in my sink? Get out of my sink! Goodness. So this carpet is going to be kind of a recurring thing throughout the entire build. I'm using 6 different colours, use whatever colours you like. And I'm cycling through all the colours kind of randomly, but I'm going in a 3x2 space, so they're not too far or not too close together, each colour. That's just the way that I like to do this carpet design. Do it however you like. So I'm gonna make the floor out here lime green instead of red. I'm just changing the entire floor. I prefer this, it feels a lot more subtle. I add in these bushes by putting a potted plant, then a dead bush, and then 2 of any leaves on top. It's kind of like an indoor tall plant, and I really like the vibe. It's kind of homely, it's kind of cute, I like it. And yet again, I've used the same carpet in here. It just fits. I've not done anything to the outside, I've just done the interior, but this is what I've got so far. So I've changed the steps. I don't know whether I'm going to keep the middle ones as cobblestone. I've changed the floor to lime on the ground floor instead of red. I think it's a lot less harsh. And in here I've added in stripped birch instead of the birch planks. In here I've started adding in the 1.20 blocks with the same carpet and bush designs. And I've added in these little seats with the new cherry blocks. I've done this with stairs and then signs on the edges, which I think are really cute. And then I've added in the new plants on a grass block and then using trapdoors as kind of a little planter, and this is a general theme that's going to be going on throughout the entire build. I've put in my favourite picture, I love this one, and a little spore blossom. I think it goes really well. In here I've got the same sort of thing, and I've got the chiseled bookshelves with the normal bookshelves, and I've got another planter in here with spruce trapdoors. I think this vibe's cute. This is my little bathroom. I really love the shower. The end rod and the iron trapdoor work really well, and then I've got the little water underneath. And then I've got the same sort of plant, but with cherry leaves instead this time. I'm using the beehive as flooring in here, which is slightly unconventional, but I kind of love it. I use a composter and a trapdoor for a toilet. And over here I've got a little bath mat from the bamboo blocks, which I think the texture works really well for that. Personally, I really like the colours as well. I think it just works. And then I've got stone bricks or stone steps as kind of my bath. And as you can see, I've put the steps coming inwards to give a slightly more curved effect with a tripwire hook as the tap. So in here I've just got a few more barrels and storage systems with more spruce trapdoors, just as a kind of recurring theme, and some bamboo in the back, just to break up the texture and add another colour in between the aggressive dark and aggressive light. In here I've got my parkour, which is purely for my own personal use. I've got some cherry blossom here, and I think there's not really much I can say about this room. I just need to improve my parkour, which is why I've built it. But I just really want to show off the new blocks because they're really cute. I really like them. So in here, why is there a cat? Anyway, I've used one of the new pots, and the same thing with the chiseled bookshelves. I take out a couple of books just to add some like variety to the texture. I've got another step in here as kind of a bench, and coming out into here, the other side of the mansion, this is my potion room. So I've got one of every potion and variant on display with barrels underneath and to store them, and some brewing stands on the floor. And I think it's quite a practical room as well as just being quite cute. I don't know why I'm going to do this. This room I absolutely love. I'm using the cherry blocks in different variants. So I've got the wood there. This one's going horizontally and this one's going vertically. And then I've got this one just pointing outwards, as well as the planks. In here is the room where the LAs are usually trapped and imprisoned. So instead I made it nice. I changed the walls for cherry, except I left one wall as dark oak to kind of contrast the cherry. I really like it. I've added in the petals on the floor and the leaves just kind of dotted around everywhere. I think that this room is just really cute, especially with the LAs. They're just adorable. And then over here I've added some of the other 1.20 plants, and I bone mealed things and put in some mushrooms, and I put in a little moat here because literally just because it was cute. And then at the top I've put in some spore blossoms in groups of 3 and 4. In here I've not done anything different to the storage system. This is pretty much how it was, except I added all of the plants on top because they're cute, and I added in some of my tall bushes. In here it's a bit of a bedroom, so I've got in some bookshelves and lanterns, and I've decorated that kind of pile of bookshelves how I usually do, with the same sort of carpet that I usually go for. I've put in another bookshelf with the trapdoors around it. I think the combination of the chiseled bookshelves and the old bookshelves works so well because it's really subtle, but it just breaks up the monotony. I've used bamboo blocks and trapdoors to raise the bed, and then I've put scaffolding as a coffee table because I think scaffolding works really well with the colour of the bamboo, and then I've put a bookshelf on the other side. This is target practice. I don't like pillagers. This is a little bit of a kind of bar restaurant-y type area. I've used the same carpet, and then here I've used an end rod and then a trapdoor as a small table, with a stair and a sign again, and the same sort of thing over here. And then I've used some bar stools with the same sort of thing, the end rod and then the 2 trapdoors. And then I've got my villager who's kind of like my bartender. And then I really like putting saplings in plant pots because they look really cute. This is my sink, so I've used the same idea with the tripwires, and then I've got barrels with item frames with trapdoors and then signs over as kind of kitchen cabinets. This is a recurring theme. Ignore the fact that I forgot to put the sign over that one. I really like using sea pickles as cups because they just kind of look like a kitchen cup. And then here on the smoker I've put campfires underneath to create smoke, and then detector rails on top to give the effect of a hob. And then I've put shelving in from trapdoors. I love this room, the way that it turned out. I kind of love it. I think the bone meal really works, and the couple of seating areas, it just suits my kind of vibe of building. I love naturey sort of builds. You can really tell if it's an indoor or an outdoor build, and I kind of like that. It's giving Lush Cave, but to the max, if you know what I mean. There were 3 axolotls, and we're going to ignore the fact that there's only one now, and I don't quite know what that is. There's the seating there with the same sort of sign and stair thing. This is embarrassing. I can't even stay on my own stepping stones, but that's not the point. I've got the combination of different stones and textures. And outside, ooh, it's raining. That's not nice. Down here, I've just added a little hidden thing. Ooh, that was a bit aggressive. With a cherry door. And then, I really like this door. With some hanging roots here. And then some of the more 1.20 blocks again with the cherry. And then on the floor is a mix of moss and grass. The colours just change. I love it. And then this is yet again using the cherry blocks to create the same sort of chair effect. I've got some drip stone coming from the ceiling, some azaleas, some little drip leaf. I love that one. The small one is brilliant. Mushrooms, and then some more kind of bigger plants. And I love using the mangrove propicule with string on top. I don't know how to pronounce it. Someone help. This is really cute. So up here, I've changed the carpet to light blue. I've got a different colour on every floor, and as you can see, I've changed all of the cobblestone with stone bricks. I think it just looks a lot more smooth, in my opinion. If we come through here, I've got an armour room with all of the, oh, there's an Enderman, with all of the different trims. If you can see, I've used a smithing table as the floor, which works in like medieval builds or kitchens. I think it kind of suits the vibe of an armoury room. And I've used all of the different trims from 1.20 update, and I think it just suits the whole vibe. I've used loads of different leather armour in colours of different leather. And here is another bedroom. So I've used the same kind of stack of bookshelves with the plant and the lantern, and then the same tall bush inside, and then the bookshelves with the trapdoors again. I've used oak slabs to raise the bed slightly on some wool, and then yellow beds. This is a smaller bathroom, but it's the same sort of vibe as the downstairs one, the bigger one, with the tripwire and the bamboo again, and the composter as the toilet. And then you've got a button there that flips trapdoor if you want it, I guess. And then in here we've got the portal room. So I've got another bookshelf with the combination and the spruce trapdoors again. There's a parrot in here, and I don't know why. And then I've used a combination of stairs, bricks, and walls to create the kind of shape. I use infested and mossy stone bricks. In here I've got kind of a vault going on with all of my shiny things. I didn't put emeralds in here because I don't like the texture of emeralds, but I've got raw and not raw gold and copper, I don't know what the word is, and then my diamonds and my one singular block of netherite, which I am very proud of myself for. This is what it looks like. So going to the other side of the second floor, it's basically the same sort of bedroom layout as the yellow one. There's quite a few of them. I've put in this bookshelf, but it's just orange this time. I've used chisel bookshelves as the floor in here, which I think would work in any kind of cottagecore kitchen sort of thing. I think it works. This is just a room for target practice. This is just a room for parkour on scaffolding, because yet again that's something I need to improve on. There's no texturing or anything. So this is my small villager trading setup. I use a lot of stripped dark oak, and these are all of my villagers and their trades, and they've all got different coloured beds in them because why not? It's cute. I really like the squariness of the end of the blocks. I think it's really cute, and then the lanterns in every single one, and then you see the squares up here again, and the torches which alternate. I think it's cute. And then in here is sort of big living room. I've kept the mezzanine which was here in the mansion before, but this time I've used bamboo stairs and signs to create the sofa, and then I've used the same carpet design. And over here is my painting and a lamp, which I've used end rods, which are a good light source, and then the bamboo is a good material to use because it just gives lampshade vibes, I guess. And then I've made a fireplace with mud steps there, then a block, and then the walls, and then the steps, and it's just cute. I think I really love mud blocks. And then over here a couple of books. This is a small dining room with item frames that I use as plates and then put cooked food on. And then I've got some centerpieces, and that there's candle, and then lanterns and candles, and then a couple of plants in plant pots which are really cute. I love this. I didn't know this was a thing. Changed all the cobble for stone bricks again. So the third floor is orange, and I've swapped out the planks for stripped birch. And there's a villager. What? There's two villagers. What? Why are you here? Why did you get in here? This is a mansion. Okay. Anyway, I've changed the kind of flooring in here, but this is just the same vibe as the rest of them. And then over here, I've used trapdoors on the outside of the wall coming in. And then this is another kind of bamboo themed room. I've added in steps with signs again as just a kind of recurring pattern with different types of bamboo slabs and planks and things like that, just to break up the texture a little bit. And then over here I've got a cherry blossom small bush, and then I've got a really cute planter over here, and I really like this one. I really like the combination of the plants. I think it works well. And then I've got some books over here. Up here I've got a little bit of a bar, so I'm using potions as drinks and just kind of displaying them. They all look really cool and I kind of like them. And I've just got kind of workstation items in brewing stands and things. I've put all of the potions in rainbow order because why not? It's really cute. And then there's my villager again. And then I've put a dance floor in here. I originally had it flashing, and then I thought maybe not the best idea if there's any viewers that are sensitive to flashes. But if you want me to make a tutorial on how to make them with different flashes, different times and different shapes of flashes, or not flashing at all, let me know in the comments below. Kind of like the rainbow. So in here is a slightly more developed bedroom with the bookshelves again, little desk area with a plant and a sapling. It's cute. And then I've got this raised bit which was already here. I've just changed out some of the blocks for stripped spots. I've got my plant pots here because they're cute. I feel like I'm saying that a lot in this video. When I came up here, I didn't know what to do, so I put in some smooth sandstone as a seat and a campfire, because why would you not have a campfire in a bedroom? And then I put some banners up here. This room is kind of like a library sort of area. I've got my bookshelves, lots of art. It's just generally kind of more cottagecore vibes, which I quite like. And then I've got the symmetry here, which works well against the asymmetry. Why an enderman like this? Anyway, I've got a little desk area here, which I used upside down steps to create the table. And then I've got another seat here which looks over everything. Why is there another cat? Where are all of these cats coming from? Anyway, this room is kind of dedicated to all of the paintings and artwork that's in Minecraft, because I love the majority of the paintings. There's a couple of weird ones, but we're gonna ignore them. I've used the same sort of vibe with the seating and the carpets and the bushes again. I made this fireplace with loads of different types of stone bricks with walls and slabs and steps and things like that, and I've put a campfire in the middle bit. I like the slabs at the top. It's kind of cute. Why is there another cat? My goodness. Anyways, this is my storage area, and I've labelled some of the important things and dyed them and make them glow because it's just easier to see that way. Why is there another cat? Anyways, I've changed the direction of the flooring just to kind of break up the monotony a little bit. And in here is the enchanting setup with the plants and the lanterns on top. This is the start of my shulker monster. And in here, which is the last room, there is another cat, is a kitchen. And I really like this room. It's got the same carpet, and then these kind of seating bits weren't put in by me. These were already in the mansion, but I really like them and I'm going to be using them. So I've got the same sort of shelves and things as downstairs. Then there's the whole plate idea with the cooked food, and the same thing with the campfires and the detector rails. I've got it on the other side of the room as well. And then I've got some bookshelves with some spruce trapdoors as well. This is my annex, or my shulker monster. This has been storing all of the materials that I've used to do this entire project. I need to sort it. We're going to ignore this room. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something useful from this. I really enjoyed making this. It has been weeks in the making, and probably more like months, a couple of months, because I recorded my taking over the mansion video thing way before I actually posted it, so I could grind for resources for this and wait for the snapshot and then grind in the snapshot as well. It took a lot of time, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider liking and subscribing, but absolutely no pressure if you don't want to. I think with the whole build having some form of consistency with the same carpets, the same style of furniture, it works on all three levels and it makes the whole build feel connected. And I really hope you can take away some of the things that I've used in this video. Like I said, screenshot as much as you like, or my Instagram's down below. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!